So Git and GitHub. So what is Git and what is GitHub? So you should be very clear on this. Git is a version control tool, which is used to so work with your repository tools. So the repository tools we have like GitHub and Bitbucket, so Azure DevOps, and a lot of so Azure repository tools are available in the market. So most famous one is GitHub. You can use the GitHub. So how to use that GitHub? So you just go to a GitHub repository. So first you should sign in or sign up. So you sign up for this GitHub. I think I already explained it how to sign up for this sometime back. So you need to sign up. So sign up and then sign in with your credentials, and you need to create a repository. So I'll show you how to create a repository now. So a bit slow, just bear with some time. So github.com you have to open. And also the next one is you have to download the Git tool also. So that also you need to do that. Let me show you. I don't know. It's taking more time. It should not take much time. Empty browser also. github.com. Let me open here. Yeah, so this is the github.com, right? So you need to first sign up. So give your email address and the username. Basically, you select your username. See your email you give and continue. So all the steps, so simple steps, very simple steps. So you just continue. Let me just show you. Email is invalid, already taken. So that's why it is, but it should not be present, okay? The email, whatever you are giving, it should not be present. It's also I took multiple I took, but so you don't just provide the email and just log in. Okay, so login. So I created authentication. Let's say code. Tell me the code. Okay, so this is our now GitHub once you log in. So then you can create a new repository. So you can see top right side plus icon. Under that you can have a new repository. Just click on new repository and create your repository. So we'll give same as our project name. Okay, same as our project name I'll give. So what is our project name? So that it will be easy for us to push the code. So this is our project name. So this is our project name. same as our project name I'll give. So that I'll initialize the same way. My project name is this one. So this is how I'm going to give into here. My project name itself is my repository name. Then click on create repository. You select a public or private. Okay, public or private. Just execute these commands. So already existing, one you want to push, use this one. Or just execute all these commands one by one. Okay, so how to execute these commands? So this is your repository name. So how to execute all these commands? You should have a Git in your local. So how to install a Git? Just go to Google, type Git download. So for Windows or whatever it is, based on your operating system, you just download. See, this is the Git download. Just click on this and you can see, click here, download to download, and you can have for Windows setup. You can use the just installation, quick installation. It doesn't take much time also. So I just continue installation. So I'll just open that just exe file. So install, and all GUI will be coming, install. Very easy installations. You don't need to struggle much in the installations also. So if you want to interact with your repositories, you should have this Git in your local machine. So what you can do, you can, once this installation is done, go to the project location, then first do git init. So it will initialize the Git. That's the first command. So all the commands I have given in our blog. So very, very nicely in our blog. So explained clearly. You can go and see them. All the commands one by one. I'm going to show you some of them. This one. This is the one. See what is GitHub, how to create a repository, so how to create a branch. So everything is very, very clearly explained. Open a pull request PR, that is called PR. So how to create a pull request, how to merge a pull request. So clearly explained step by step. Then if you want a Git, you can just look for the Git. So Git. So here, detailed steps I have given. What is Git, GitHub, and SCM and CM. So a lot of all the so details given here and steps here. So these are the steps. So how to download also, I have executed this now. So if you have, just finish it. Okay, so it is done. Now execute one by one commands. See git init command I'm going to execute. So here also in the repository you have already. So in the repository you have these commands, but first you need to open a command prompt of git git bash. How to open? Go to the project location. So in your work directory, so project directory, this one, right? Our project directory, right click, show more, say git bash. So it will open a command. So this is the one, git bash command will open to you. Git bash command will open. Just to do all these commands, if you execute also fine. Just execute all these commands. Just execute these commands. Paste it. So then what is the next command? Git init. Git init. So it will initialize the Git repository in your local machine. That's what's a master copy. So then you add, okay, so you can create a branch or you can git add readme, right? So you can do all your files you can add it. So first you can check what are the files you modified. Git status. See, all these files are modified. We didn't add the files, right? You can add all these files. So git status, if you do, it will give you what files you modified and what files you need to add. So I need to add all the files, right? So what I can do, I'll just do git init. So git add. So dot. So dot means in this current directory, what are all the files are so available to add to the remote repository. You add them with the git add command. So you can add a single file, you can add a multiple files. This is the command, git add file. Or you can do all the files if you want to add, just use git add dot. So automatically it will add all the commands. Okay, so it added all the files in the current directory. Then you commit it. So then you commit. So git commit. So git commit means you are saving them, all the files. Git commit -m. So open cart automation code. So that's the commit. Then, so I'm creating a branch, git branch. So you can have all this git branch -m. You're converting into main branch, this master to main. So I converted to main branch. Then, so you do this, you sync up remote repository and your local repository, both you sync. So with this remote, so git remote add origin, you just sync up. Okay, so done. Then, so git status you do. So now nothing to commit you will get. See, nothing to commit, working tree is clean. Now you do git push -u origin, this command. So now here, no files here, right? So it will push all your local copy to remote copy, remote repository. So git paste. So git push origin. What is the push will do? It will push all the local repository files to remote repository. Remote repository means this one, GitHub. GitHub is a cloud-based web application where your code will be stored properly. All your code will be stored. So in the companies, they will create a private repositories, but we created a public repositories. Public repository means you can use anywhere. So that's what it is going to happen. They're still writing the code. So once it is completed 100%, you can see the code here. So these are all the files you can see here. So that's a connection how you will make between your local computer to GitHub repository, remote repository. So GitHub, whatever the folder you are creating, that's a remote repository. So whatever in your local it is, that's a local repository. Okay. So that's how you can add. So I'll show you how to create a branch, so how to create a pull request, how to merge the branch. So all those files we'll see today. So you should have a command. See this? New branch, main to main is created. Now you just refresh here. See, all the code has come here. See, 2 minutes ago, the code has come up here. So only main branch is available here, one branch. Now you want branch you need to create. So you want to clone this entire code. How can you clone it? So cloning is also very important. So for example, this is the repository already there. Now you joined a company. So they will ask, okay, clone your repository and explore the code they will ask. So how you will do that? So anybody installed GitHub, Git tool or not yet? Then I'll show you how to clone the code, because I already cloned it. That's why I don't want again to clone. Otherwise, I can clone it somewhere else, and then I can create a branch there and I can work on that. So you can import that, how to import the cloned repository code into Eclipse also important. That also I'll show you that. Let me take another workspace. Maybe I'll take this one. Okay, so you are opening a fresh Eclipse, okay, and you're going to clone this code. I'll show you how to clone this code. Maybe some other folder I'll clone it. So in the folders I'll create, okay, in the folders somewhere I'll create them. Suppose in the documents I'll create a, so this one, maybe I'll delete all this. In this folder I'll create. So I'll clone here. Just I'll change the folder zone. Just I'll change it to zone. Okay, so June 23. Okay, here I will clone the code. How to clone it? So anyway, you are not willing, right? Otherwise, you haven't installed a Git. So that's why I'll clone here. How to clone it to particular folder? So you joined already. This code is, so push the code to your company people. The developers or testers, automation testers, push the code here. Now you newly joined. So they will ask to clone this code. So they will give this repo and they will ask to clone it. How to clone it? So what you need to do, create a folder like this and right click. So open a Git bash. So another Git bash I'm opening. I'm not disturbing that one. So I opened this. Now some other tester, right? Some other tester is cloning. And now what you can do, you need to clone here. So how can you clone? Git. What is the command? Git clone. Git clone will download remote repository code into your local machine. You don't have anything, this code. How you can clone it? So that's what, how can you bring that remote repository code to local machine? Just you git clone repository URL. So what is the repository URL? How to get? So this is the code button. Click on this code button and copy this URL. Just copy and go to the location of here. And so this is the git bash, paste it. So git clone and repository URL I'm giving. So what is the, git clone command? Git clone repository. See, the code is downloaded here. Code is downloaded. So now cd to that folder, your folder. I cloned it so that my branch is main branch now. I don't want to disturb that branch. I want to create my own branch. How to create a branch? How to create a branch? Later I can modify some files, okay? Later I will modify some files. I'll create a new files or whatever it is. I'll show you all the different combinations. So you just create a new branch. How to create a new branch? So there are so many ways you can create. One is you can create a branch with a git branch minus your branch name. It will create a branch only. Then you have to switch. switch to that branch. So now you are in the main branch. And if you want to create your own branch out of this, what will happen? So if you create a new branch, what will happen? So suppose let me create git checkout. So this is another command, git checkout -b, the branch name. So git demo. So June 9th. Okay. Git demo June 9th. So 23. So that's the command I have created. Now see, now the branch name is this one, not this one. So now what will happen? All the main branch code came into this branch. Now you are not disturbing this main branch. So main branch, always you should not change any files. Always clone the main branch, no problem. But what you can do, you can create on top of that a new branch. Then you play around here so that it won't disturb other people. It won't disturb other people. So make sure you create a branch and you can play around your code and you can delete files, you can add files, you can change the code, whatever you want, so that it won't disturb others. Because main branch is used by all the people. So always make sure you are not changing any files in the main branch. Now I created a branch. So now I am in this branch. So if you want to know, so which branch you are, just say type git branch. See, now 2 branches are showing. So which branch this star and this one is there, you are in that branch. Say one more branch, main branch also there. 2 branches are there now. 2 branches are there. So I'm in this branch now. I'm in this branch now. Now you can modify your files. So let me show you now how to import this project into Eclipse. So let's go here and import. So I'm going to import file. How to import? I'm showing how to import file, import existing Maven project. Ours is a Maven project, existing Maven project. And then, so browse, where is that folder where you cloned it? So you go to documents, open card June. So this is the one, and select that folder, select. So now see pom.xml has come, finish. See, this is your project. So all the project has come now here. This is how to import cloned repository project code into your IDE tool. Many people are struggling on this. How to import also they doesn't know. So this is the very, very important real-time scenarios. All these are. So how to clone, how to create a branch, how to import into Eclipse, then how to make changes. So you can make changes here. You can make changes. For example, I'll make some changes here. Okay, so some test cases. So registration page, this is not working, right? I can comment out this one. Okay, so I'll comment out. So then this won't execute. Okay, this won't execute. So that is done. That's our first test case is working, right? Second test case was not working. I'll just make this. This test case, I made it comment. So then this test case won't execute. Okay, that's done. And then if you want to create a new files, suppose I want to create a new file here. So I can create a new class. So let's create a new class. Or I'll show you there's a different way. Maybe main branch, I'll create a new file. And how to get that main branch file to in your local machine. That another scenario we'll see. But first see what are the changes you made here. Let me make some more changes here. So maybe I'll add one line of code here. page factory dot init elements this. Okay, I have added. So this is the one file I have added. Next, make some changes in different places. Okay, you can see all the changes. You can add some more changes here. So in your headless we added. So incognito, if you want to add, you can add incognito. Otherwise, always you can add incognito. Separately, you don't need that. That one. I'll just add some, generate the random email. Some comments, okay? Generate the random email. See now how many files you modified. How do you know that? How do you know that? So you just go here and git bash you open. Okay, so this is the file, right? So you open your git bash and you can just type git status. If you want to know what are all the files you modified, just say git status. These are all the files you modified. So these are all the files you modified. See that at the beginning it is showing, see, WebDriver factory we modified. Account page we modified. Registration page test we modified. Test base we haven't modified. These are dot class files you don't need to consider. Only these three files we modified. So just add those three files. So add those three files. So I can say git add, git ignore you can add. So git add dot git ignore. That is one. Next, git, what are all the files you modified? So copy the files one by one. I'm just copying one by one. I'm adding to my local repository first. Git add, one by one file I'm adding. Next, git add, next file also you add. These are the files you modified. I'm adding what are the files you modified, because I want to add them. Git add. Okay, so we added all the files. Now you can see git status again you do. So it will show these are green. Whatever you added, it will show git green color. But these are all no dot class file means is a byte code. So you don't need to bother about them. Okay. So just I'll do commit. Git commit -m. So I can say to improvised commented unwanted tests. So give a proper commit message so that with this commit message will come there for modified files. Now to push it, git push origin. So your branch name, you give your branch name. Sometimes you will get an error also here because you are in your branch. So, but you are pushing to remote repository. See, your branch is pushed, new branch. So it will create a new branch in the GitHub now. So see that this is the branch is created automatically. We haven't done here anything, right? So this branch now main branch and this branch, 2 branches are there. So you can see 2 branches are there. So just refresh, you will get that also. So you can go to your branch also. See, this is the so your branch code. But still our so these changes, whatever way you modified here, right? These are not there in the main branch. So you can see in the main branch, so these files are not there. You can see that src test. If you go here, so here those changes are not there. So we made here, right? Under test cases, registration page, you can see that. So it is not there. See, we commented out, but still it is there, right? That changes are not there still. So that is what. So until unless you merge your branch into main branch, the changes won't be available. How to merge? So you go to your branch. So go to your branch and make changes. See, our changes are available here. See, this is the commented. This is our branch. Our branch changes. Then how to merge them? You have to create a pull request. You have to create a pull request. So let's go and create a pull request. So here is the option. So you are getting here, compare and create a pull request. So compare and create a pull request. So commented unwanted test cases. So unwanted, you just give. So registration tests are not required. So I just given the proper pull request heading. Then you write, so this branch handles unnecessary test code cleanup. So that test code cleanup. Okay, so and then create a pull request. So you can see all your changes here. So what are all files you modified? See, we modified WebDriver factory. So that you can see. So you modified my account page. That change you can see. And you modified a registration page. So that change you can see. See, the red color means that is deleted and plus means that is there. See here also. Plus whatever the newly added. So this one is previous one. Now it is added one, green color. So the changes also you can see what changes you made. Okay, so create a pull request. It will create the pull request and you can assign to particular person. So the reviewers, you can see reviewers. You can add the reviewers. So you can add the reviewers, or you want to see commits, file changes. See all your file changes you can see here. So this is the what are all files you modified, number of files modified also it will show files changed. The commits means only one commit. This is the commit ID. So this is another very, very important concept. How do you know your commit ID? So come here and commits, go to this based on the commit message, you can get your commit ID. So copy this commit ID and you can give it to them. So they will ask, what is your commit ID? So what is your branch? So all this is very important real-time scenarios. Daily you will use them. So make sure you copy all this and so understand these concepts. And now I created a pull request, right? So this is our pull request. So you need to merge this pull request, right? So somebody has to approve. Somebody has to approve. So you can give assignee, you can assign to, I can assign to myself. And so labels or whatever you want, project. If you want to add project name, open cart. If a project is there, you can add, otherwise leave it. Recent. Okay. So projects we need to configure already, otherwise leave it. Okay. Then, so the whoever you assign to reviewer, okay. So reviewer, you need to assign, right? So reviewer, you need to assign somebody. You need to give, you need to add, okay? You need to add the people. So in your project, so many people will be there, right? You can add one of the reviewer. So they will review, and if any comments are there, they will comment out. So they will comment out. So then they will review. See that required approval from specific reviewer before merging. So that the rule will be there. Otherwise, you cannot merge directly. See, this is the merge. So you are merging from different branches to main branch, you will merge. So make sure that this is happening, and continuous integration has not been set up. You can run a continuous integration run. That's a Jenkins run. You have to give it here. And merge pull request. So merge pull request. Confirm merge. See, it is merged. See, it is merged. Now you can go to, so this, and you can see here all the changes. See, pull request 1 is merged to here. So now you can see the changes. So you can see the changes. See, this is the change.